Thanks to CuriosityStream for supporting this episode of Scishow. Go to curiositystream.com/psych, that's PSYCH, to learn more. Every now and again, somebody claims to have been abducted by aliens. You know about this. You're on the internet. Considering we don't have any substantial evidence of life beyond Earth, almost everyone tends to dismiss these claims. But, hear me out, maybe we shouldn't. Because once you start looking at these stories and where they come from, you begin to realize that there might be something really interesting happening here psychologically. Ultimately, researchers don't believe these claims can tell us anything about life in space, but they can tell us how our brains try to explain the unexplainable. First, to be clear, experts have found that on average, people who claim to have been abducted by aliens aren't any more likely to have a mental illness that changes their perception of reality. Instead, supposed encounters might be a result of a common...
I know false memories, cultural narratives, but can any of this also explain race statistics?
False memories. Essentially, someone has a weird experience and then they misremember it. And sometimes that misremembering is dramatic. The experience can vary, but these days researchers tend to focus on one, sleep paralysis.
Okay, let's just think about this. If you really were abducted by aliens, you'd probably be thinking you're dreaming. But if it was something more down to earth, something, an accepted reality, you're more likely to mistake it for a genuine memory. And one reason people also make up false memories, one, when their memories are vague, but they probably did something that goes against their normal principles. They're ashamed of their behavior. Oh yeah, you need to call me out for victim blaming. Psych should also do something about not victim blaming or the point of blame. And they're trying to deny your brain analyzing what happened and what to do with it, do about it. That can actually make things worse. And really, if you could say Hakuna Matata or somewhere, it's over, or don't let it happen again. The fear of victim blaming causes a lot more problems. And the point of blame is not who should be punished, is more on what everyone to do about it. But then again, feminism, your brain can only think emotionally, or maybe just playing on everyone else's emotions. Boys more often, even if it's against their principles, giving in to temptation, they'll admit, then again, cultural narratives, where they made a mistake. Even gets worse when they can barely remember, and people say they did a lot of stuff, horrible stuff that he didn't do. Either way, if you are told you're a good girl, a good person, and you did stuff you regret,
This could be it's easy to see why they need an explanation for it. And at least here in the Western world, there's a pretty obvious one. Still, there's a pretty big jump between I woke up feeling weird and I woke up on a spaceship, which I can describe to you in detail.
better detailed than Christine Blasey Ford.
Researchers believe this jump happens when people lean into those cultural narratives. This jump happens when people lean into those cultural narratives about Researchers believe this jump happens when people lean into those cultural narratives about Researchers believe this jump happens when people lean into those cultural narratives. Researchers believe this jump happens when people lean into those cultural narratives. Maybe because they want to believe, or maybe because someone asks them targeted questions. In any case, they can end up convincing themselves that they were abducted by aliens and can construct detailed false memories of their experience.
This is the most credible part about alien abduction stories. These are the same methods used by SV and activists to get more women to come forward. The same methods used to convince you that they've been abducted by aliens are used to get more women to come forward that they've been raped, especially the ones who aren't sure if they were really raped or if anything ever happened. Law and Order SVU, is about those kind of tactics. They tell women they flat out tell women they've been raped sometimes, or women who aren't sure that yes, you were raped, you're blocking it out. Just like with those trying to recover memories of alien abductions. Same methods. As ancient astronaut theorists believe. Peer-reviewed, people who already agree with you. People who already say rape is extremely rare are the ones who already start out with their conclusions. Giving the phenomena of alien abductions even more credibility, more people have been abducted by aliens, men, women, and children, and yes, women, all have been abducted by aliens much more than those who claim they were raped by Cosby. How is 60 alone any more credible than 60 million people? 60 million voices saying the same thing. How can they all be false? Or what? You're going to base your entire case on how can so many saying the same thing all be false? Well, if you're going to base your entire case on that, then how many proven false should it legally take to logically conclude that they all are false? 60%, 80%, 90%? How? There are even similarities between Christine Blasey Ford and the research done on alien abductees.
This up, like a 2002 study from the Journal of Abnormal Psychology. In it, researchers compared false recall and false recognition among three groups. One group never claimed to have been abducted by aliens. The second claimed they had been, but they couldn't remember it. And the third group also claimed they were abducted, but they had supposedly recovered their memories after something like therapy. In the experiment, each group
just like rape victims.
then were given a short distraction task to stop them from rehearsing what they heard. After 30 seconds,
Actually, more care than
jot down all the words they could remember. Next, everyone was presented with another list of words, some that they had just heard, some that had similar meanings, and some that were brand new. Their challenge was to look at this list and recall and recognize the words they'd been played at the beginning of the experiment. The results showed that the group who claimed to remember their abductions was significantly worse at this. They were more likely to misremember the original words they'd been played, often confusing them with similar lists. Right? I had one beat. Oh, good. How did you get home? I don't remember. How'd you get...
That point seems now to have come. Here's the president mocking her testimony.
I had one beer. Right? I had one beer. Well, you think it was... Nope, it was one beer. Oh, good. How did you get home? I don't remember. How'd you get there? I don't remember. Where is the place? I don't remember. How many years ago was it? I don't know. I don't know.
It is 4 o'clock.
I don't know. What neighborhood was it in? I don't know. Where's the house? I don't know. Upstairs.